the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
Reverend Nsem-Pii akasa afa security concerns bi a Ora Sam George and Roxanne Nelson Defiamekpo edema President Mahama ɛwɔ cabinet meeting. Na nsɛm a ɔka no ɛfa Ghana's military ho. First, ɔse NDC for ba no ɔmo promise Ghanaians sɛ ɔmo bɛ create jobs. Now, one way on be creating is a 24-hour economy. One job, 3 shifts. Morning, afternoon, midnight hour. Na nkurɔfoɔ yɛ adwuma. 10 months into our governance. Sadiana, it has not what materialized. Nkurɔfoɔ ɔmo yɛ adwuma mpo 8-hour shift. Ɔmo nsa enka ɔmo akatua. Ebi ne nurses, ebi ne teachers. Inti pressure eba, especially from foot soldiers or hating the streets. So omo campaigning ama President John Dramani Mahama adoso bubrija womuso. Na a typical example Sam Nate George. Now say at cabinet meeting, this year obi anim say President Mahama ye commander in chief. Into one of the promises of the foot soldiers they say anya Ghana's military there ombenye mu wura. Security service in kwande how they kon uko remu so a salaries the nya there what is a security for akọ demonstration because salaries in bad ana enti omo this asem no ko to dwana na omo de omo list akoma President Mahama because na pressure na eba na endorse be because at the point in time na President Mahama say onye na appointment in we ansana where they were focusing on one or the military ni police service ni de kaka. Now after the ambassador positions ye de ama ministerial positions ye de ama deputy ministerial positions ye de ama chief justice ye de ama sa kan inti da ben adwuma na eba. After the yankosha almost say almost de almost documents Ghana card no kotra ye say almost age limit no say ehene ha mo kase yen be ye adwuma ma President Mahama na yen campaign no on branch to power no man kase age limit ka ho inti wa promising yan say odi yen be share security service mo enya afi na aba be kase age limit na height na way inti yen pay any form of excuse after the year Sam Nate George they aba social media say security services or criteria or for nipa young healthy vibrant only any form of health condition no wo yen twasa nyema ni nengu na yen increase limit no to up to 35 na yen de yen pie ngum Reverend Nsem-Pii say high security risk because over the years even your United Nations obiti say general anyidoho time at a point in time now security forces around the world withdraw from Rwanda. Ghanaian military for a preventive genocide with Rwanda. Ethiopia, one of the best military in the world, peacekeeping Ghanaian forces, all because of Nsheshaya in the military, they fought the best and son of Ghana's military. Enti pressure on the man CDS, Chief of Defense Staff. Pressure on the man President Mahama said, on trust and criteria nengu, sending a party full soldiers promises or their mom no. They are going to resist it over 100%. You could say Reverend Nsem-Pii no nsem in some of the two dra. A choir Roxanne Nelson the family pop and a Sam Nate George. On person pushing foot soldiers now promise you a mono into the military system. You could equity.
So that the mum fan your politics, mamma fan your food soldier promise, Mama you not your qualified piano, Ombre Musa de Negana, Chief of Defense Staff, and penny for a yeno, Crediano. Almost that be your mouth cries out, yeah, they were bam, yeah, party for the and almost a star age limit, no, we a party need for soldier, age be a piano, Omudu Omu, Omu ya, and to Quasta Seba. Do no time near the and to Quantukwane Basa yet ban military no one bepim na Liberia and Nsem-Pii that they will be in every and sa politicians for the car age limit the politicians will remove party full soldiers so you're qualifying the unqualified win away remove and I say or mind weapon me. Me and quiet some mistake in view. Minia, and yet the Bian the populist though. So make up can be me up on some mammy. Some men are the customer grassroots, men are the customer food soldiers. Some of these comments and some of these calls, they are irresponsible. A fair or minor. Me name any advanced jurisdiction be a better advocate because party food soldiers this one year are over age. Now our party when you will be all 20 womb, when you are 25 womb, I will qualify. But in any case, trouble so who shemunu crepa, Sanka womu nyabotre a kind a Ghana Armed Forces Act, no, and we nyabotre a consult ya, and Kumbe who say, even advert ya be kurampuno. Age limit, no, in some of the categories, is up to 30. It is not 24, said your more canon. Non-tradesmen are 24. But section F, said the soldier form 24, the advert by a toll a requirement to be an idea. F, no, the almost say 1 year aircraft category of soldiers in a day. A human woman acquire no. A fact that age 30 cry won't be to me a found. A woman, but for more kind, they will read. And one of the young populist agenda. And now, my say senior officers, a soldier for, not say, will be a medical doctor, will be the architect, will be engineer, some specialized skill be a won't be found between 30 and 35 gram and a but no, it is for certain specific categories of skills. And it's only because Ghana, in fact, will be already 35, you will be already 30. Onim the Oka. So I say, Onim the Oka. We know the growth and approach it to me will be already 30 something. Because I said, Nipano more far, you might be or Kwakwe. Or Kwakwe, some special skill be, maybe some IT guru be a Omuhiano. I crack it down some cyber issues be a that expertise, or no pen or and what to me, friends, age limit to make a credit such categories of special skills. And no, and yes, they were already and they crack a coin marco. And until we are then with a control room being a control Nioma, and those special skills, and no, what to me, let's say age limit to make a crack. And no Ghana, da. And yes, I'm George, a family and a country. It has already been done long time ago. And it's the same thing they are doing now. It's sometimes, young for politics and a populist young twinching. Young, armed forces, our minimum experience, Apple Bill, Bambons, and Yankasa, and yet the Bebo mine. Maybe be as a politician, and then Sakoka, the BN as a politician, and a coordinated the Chief of Defense Staff, and a soldier company, where I still said, one woman in body saying a soldier for one, or man, you better not. And those calls, they are misguided. Those calls, they are not informed calls. Now, they are better or mine. Imagine, soldier, they are who come not away a non-trace man, not away a young son. By the time I be trained, you are before ranks anymore. By 10 years' time, I was the funds 32, they call 35, they call 38, move on. But no, I want to job a penny or soldier. And we are soldier when you need it, and so the bra who crown a soldier penny the bread to say be a warrant officer, sergeant, a warrant officer 1 and a warrant officer 2. And we are a car by 45, 50, then what they call retirement. Now, Obreno, Afu, no minus so any house own for so. Now imagine, sir. Kofa ni padodo party food soldiers do make other party food soldiers don't qualify. If he qualifies and is within the age limit and qualification requirements, the big one, even BC, but with some additional skills, he qualifies. So yeah, no, more big chairman. But one year is say, yeah, my party for 35, in we were more party for you be younger or what. By the time of training the man own training because the reading I think that I teach it. And by 2-3 years time one by the time be 40, not slampono, when you in the name the breath and soldier and more fragile and the man I and the Sabbath no physical when you and so cry you money a day man and on your motivated possess or beg it. na no ni nyina mu no by the time abe 8 years ba be ka ho no na nyare and medical bills a wo ba betua wo ne ho no untumi nya emfaso free ne so compared to medical health car wo ba be bo ne ho wo ka so won ko forest bim enko bo nsuo ho ban a that is said you know the man na no mo how be a done sooner and wording oh nya that peace of mind and motivation in fanko by young guy young lady 25 28 30 32 we are trading no man experience and so with this so 5 years already obeko jungle ha ko ball mining you hu ban a on hwenachi on yare bibia nto no obeba aba beto na adwumadi so and that is the reason why or maybe a people majority of their fighting force very young okama no any idea a lot of the people they recruit they are 18 because we are 17 and a half na no one start to recruit too. A chunk of them, are very young. And this one more crampo comes from one let's say age, for certain specialized skills. It is okay. So we should do everything in context. Now, you're man your phone, you guys are populist call. We, not me see, say, Bianca proposition, it be put a bay. But one more buying the this one, and this populist call. And this President Muhammad, the smart woman, there. And the answer catch the almost said. And you know what I know or small so better Ghana new position you say yeah more crime more say soldier some woman chief for defense staff and then the soldier 424 and yet the right thing every time be our muye mu be am fan sa meka now so woman so ni mu bi na nye woman na small woman dia they should quickly issue a disclaimer because the president is the commander in chief of the Ghana Armed Forces and is a ni mu bi and then you will know na aircraft adjustment on one cabinet minister Sam George. And Sam George na pray ne ho and then the family put na pray wo mo ho e kan someone the pressure it will turn the grassroots against the president. I'm telling you. The family pop and Sam George kikan is very very dangerous. Very dangerous. It will incite NDC youth. Wo mo ye party full soldiers we 35 and above no mo pesu je mu akọ obi enyan kan no kranchira wo so ye be page ma wo fro bia ma na wo ma promise on the soldier be fight ya mo awura mu no se o mampani and so the right thing again here Kenya it would turn their party full soldiers against him. So the earlier they call these two honorable gentlemen to order the better for their own government. By any or mine, just in case you say, a woman three pop, say, NDC are buying me, President Mahama, we no more by more crime or yet. Yet, you say, you tie, so your phone, she said, the team I thought I woman started so more, and one a better for more yet. Not the young put it through any a such a form why the bed wow. I can't hear, oh, Castle, I can't say 4,000. Why are they even going to sleep? Barracks, you move by a moosey being car. That the woman says, one city, release one city, even to build or to renovate additional facilities are one better. And no NSA can want them. Na Mubua Suja for na Akandia Umbehian, Edema, if yes, I need this camera woman so bet me and one harrow, and me ask him, and me after to be Ghana Armed Forces here. Those are the important conversations we must have.
Honorable, we are better than Emra Semi Beto Jano. And Nipebi, I know how much and say, although one no more yard, but Sankaya can't recruitment in a problem with woman dear, and Kaya height no rather than age, because many fall within the age bracket required, but Oberna height, the same height, and so they call other countries like US and the UK. Not your forward into the Navy, into the Air Force, any other security department. Could that also be a conversation? Was attracting attention?
Minia, or Memoir made the man who said, Yenny Ankasa, Yenny Maya, and Yefu. Yenny Ankasa, and New Maya, a Timua or Mino, Yabonka, the Bilimwa 2 or 1 Siho, only dear, a Diabwa, near to Training Ayefe. By a soldier more. Ghana Armed Forces are one of the most respected military forces in the world. Oko Israel to say Krana UNDP, Womo commander, Womo Hon. A Ghana ni ba and no commanders. We have in the past we have had Major General and you know and then Penifobibri and where Ghana for Omoko command the UN troops because of said troops are brought for the brain and the woman Ghana for Nana on the data Omano, the so Yeni Akasano, ye Nepal, ye dear go up ye training a soldier for near training a military system at the more man for one man minimum Esha, a yomo fenum be free moon. Ye the any effect. And today be a brofo the any edition home. Na or carbon or say and or height win or quaha and this I said how many people and now you become so bar Ghana Armed Forces or Armed Forces recruitment and we'll call you know you say way and they disqualify no and then no feel set and passum and as any pana at the kwama on it na manone for the j no say a medical and woman disqualify one e bia na yare na wo mu jamu at another time what we treat you maneko and you know for test will be before so they will pick you but if that sickness is still there they won't pick you in terms of height share your soldier why the cancer is soldier for a whole na attending for one if you crowd more mean to involve your crime me was saying so what you say now so one so a won't dear one more year woman a boa military no and they are in there so the eligibility for joining Ghana Armed Forces no should not be reduced simplistically to height the attending for one echo na TTR phone TTR phone na all no e kwan ben so no mo fa ko e togo no mo fa bebrem daddy Ghana he ya recruitment ya enti no media mimi hu sabe infomso bia e wo the recruitment eligibility criteria no I've taken my time I have studied it to mama hold what the one I don't see any infomso I wom say bibi ba na say infomso na say bibia yes in talk I improve I'll be the first to criticize. But we should stop there. Who opposition, criticize it, and I am pinto baby can. That be all can. One can suffer to one has it. The who can. A Catholic can all can. And now the end of crack, the bebois or minor bambo. And me and baby being coca, a member of food, and your fence, say, now the SPA. What Ghana ha? Who listen? What they want man so extra. A timu passing one. And until the Ghana ni a cobe biana so pursue a mwaka and Nsem-Pii, we prefer no over other people from other countries. Why? Because our Ghana Armed Forces have very solid reputation.
Then again, come you buy ye. Bakubia Minichas one year Obiasima Obisan say, and I send a comment and say it will be a recipe for disaster. Owing to the fact, say, I can't say, dear. And yeah, we also saying, say, Obi a physically fit at age 35 for. Yeah, allow no man uncle under 17, my team na.
And the answer, so I say, Obia or Nadia so you. And a medical cancer. Obi be cancer Ghana ha, would 35 for a young foul so jamo, and you're no correct. And you're no correct. Obi ko cancer Ghana ha. Well, we brought 24, young foul soldier more, and the MP Janko 35. It is false. And my evidence said, even Albert Yakrana, Ghana Armed Forces for the other arbitrary. One more, and Yabutre Akain, Okokrata F, section F, no age limit, it's not 24. It is 30, and when you're Ghana. Now, constituency be now one fees a Wamabuao, Womoso Fata, Wapomodreni Bibia, not the Wamabro 24. Point them to the F. Omukoshe F section, no, not the requirement in a woman. Womo energy one answer a woman media. Encourage them to apply. Almost a Ghana for. Encourage them to apply. We shouldn't bring colors. Many of the main pennies the colors, but a NDC, a NPP, and now a party full soldier, and also a way. And just a Ghana, So sabi one ko etwo boya eni so ye adwuma. Eno na ye the dangerous area ebema ochena bi no ya nhwe ho asem anka politics yi ba be che mu mi say ten because one answer benya radio station kwaya mu adwuma no I say we obi a waye etwo boy and waje obi waye demonstration ama party bi answer be medical doctor now benya even admission to medical school and university and before benya license to kradi akaka so we politics is a very dangerous trend we are one year actually one mind amana ye fine ne ye ko akudi holidays ko bo besiam yes I no let you and one democracy one is free but they don't care who is a democrat or who is a republican and yeah no near a recruit to call army who is a republican foot soldier or who is a democrat foot soldier. They look for patriotic people woman akuma no be bia ready say big one more mind. Very, very responsible comments to be coming from such honorable gentlemen I'm my disappointed so what I say and you know baby I draw no yen ding common for eligibility and the okrum 35 people 30 year people depending on skills depending on category. So you shouldn't just say the fast skills categories here na 20 na the here AGB when you biano room. There are certain training. Well, you may have some exceptions. Be one, nipa be one jeans, no. A busian be 40. But exercise obey no. Will be year 20 year end to me yet. Those exceptions may be there. But because APN went to me and Yamre and share exceptions and they work various rules at the down so that the majority of the criteria no acceptable is what we will follow. We shouldn't will be a council and approach it will be what you say, but they don't tell you when they start getting into the military. And they don't tell you how youthful those military are. And these are all enough youthful friends a battalion. Now or Pekakrebia Kikahua, now no age no focus one. It still balances their criteria and they are still within. They don't have any problem. But no army will put young people aside if they have young people. Women also qualify. Women apply. No one said there be more young falling. From 20. Young train do 35 answer. Answer the family into what we did 20 to 24. Young foul train need 35. No one how. So if NDC are you frustrated with job creation because we promise a 24-hour economy, they almost promise jobs for the youth. So be a juma now agent 3 shifts or juma BM alcohol and pay Vianney and Ajo. Won't buy it rather not you free no matter Pam or free various judgment. Won't create being count the frustration now even Galamsey cries almost fight almost they can't fight Galamsey because unemployment is a national security threat. And but you promise jobs. We are in almost 1 year, and your term is 4 years. How many jobs have you created? Uncreated. So they should rather create jobs. Nipa 40-year-olds betumi 35 betumi 50-year-olds betumi and fear be a uncle pension be a betumi no more recruit to them. No more recruit to them. Some say Ghana for, but a panel security services. Still Ghana Armed Forces there. Yeah, my crime will be the dumping grounds for over 8 disqualified party food soldiers. We will resist that attempt. Any attempt for NDC to want to use, Ghana Armed Forces as dumping grounds for over 8 disqualified NDC food soldiers. Yeah, my crime. We should create jobs for them.